Hi, I'm Jeza. I'm a proud Yorta Yorta, Wemba Wemba man.
I'm Brodie Godden. I'm a proud Nari Nari, Wemba Wemba man.
And this is a part of my story.
So I'm a Nari Nari, Wemba Wemba man, and my mobs are around the river, the Murray River and the Lachlan River. So I guess when I'm not around home, it feels like I'm lost or not feeling completely content with where I am at the time. So always incorporate my, I guess my land, my country, where it includes the river and stuff to make me feel more present and being who I am. I started making art in, I think about 2018 when I went to prison for the first time. And I had a few of the fellas in there show me, I guess, their work, and it kind of inspired me to do my own. But I wasn't really confident, so for a long time I didn't believe in myself, and I couldn't get present, you know. I didn't know who I was, what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be, so it was hard to get right into it. So I didn't actually join the Torch to 2023. And then when I joined the Torch, I guess that gave me a lot more confidence. But the reason I was able to have that confidence and present my work to the Torch in the first place was because I did Darty Monroe program. And doing that, it gave me, I guess, the power to believe in myself and the power to be happy who I am. So, but when I'm painting for the Confined, it's a lot different. So I'll try to incorporate a little piece of everyone what I've learnt off, and then also try to do my own style. So it just depends what I'm painting for, I guess.
So I was born down in Warragul. My family's country is up at Moonacullah in Dunaiklin, also Cumbergunja on the Murray River. What it means to me, there's so many meanings. There's so much respect for land, for country, for animals. It's self-worth. There's a lot of self-worth in it. And free spirit. Every time I'm back on country, I just feel like that child in me comes out. So I first started making art, I'd say around 2008, with my son's mum, Jalinda. We're going through a pretty hard time with our son, and in and out of the Royal Children's Hospital. And I remember making this big board for above our beds, and it was about connection and family. I still picture it like I did it yesterday. But then I started on canvas back in, I'd say, around 2020, and it wasn't until I signed up to the Torch, would have been with Claire in 2022, I think, or 2021. My inspiration for my artwork was healing, a lot with Jalinda and around my son, Jera. But also, you know, the brothers inside prison, connecting, building a self-worth, building each other up through these hard times. I guess being away from family, that was a big inspiration for me, and to help, and not also help others, but help myself as well. So I do remember when I first sold my first painting, it was about the protector, it was about the turtle, and I was shattered because I didn't want it to be sold, but it got sold. And I remember Claire coming in, and Claire said, "Jeremy, your painting's gone to a happy home." And I was so excited, like the self-worth of feeling that someone bought my artwork, that I could even sell my artwork. I can't describe that feeling. I remember, like, I don't have many memories, but them kind of memories will always be with me. And I remember word for word what Claire actually said to me. Yeah, and I love that. I love that artwork. I wish I had kept it. Hey, Brods, this is my Confined 16 artwork here. I want to show you. I'm so proud of it. And there's so many memories, and through a hard time that when I was incarcerated, it means a lot to me. It helped me heal. It helped me get through probably one of the hardest times in my life.
Well, this is a little bit about my work. It's a big piece, this one. A lot of learning went into this one, a lot of new style, but yeah, I guess this helped me feel grounded. Also, I think give back to the people that also showed me how to paint and was a big mentor in my life. So,
no worries. How did we meet, bros?
Oh, I guess I was in the NJP program at Darty Monroe here, and I was in the place for what we call Bunurong at Mildura, and I was in the program for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then you rocked up, which was a good surprise actually. I guess I was going through a lot of stuff, a lot of transitioning from getting out of prison, and you were too, I remember actually, and we started talking, and we eased each other into the program, and started pushing each other's boundaries and limits, and started to, I guess, better ourselves and drive each other to change and better ourselves. So that's how I remember meeting you, brothers.
Yeah, it was actually October the 1st, bro. It's when I first met you.
Yeah.
I got released from custody from Marghanite. I was basically in my mind and my thoughts and everything. I was so overwhelmed with getting out, but I was actually heartbroken at the same time. I was going through hell, and I was glad to have you there to mentor me through some of the most heartbreaking times of my life.
Yeah, I remember when you first rocked up. You were going through a lot of struggle and stuff, and I appreciated that actually, because it showed me that you're a real person. You know, you were open to be vulnerable and stuff, which kind of set the path for me to do the same. And I guess that's why we bonded so quick and so fast, and why we've come so far now. You know what I mean? Started our brotherhood, and I'm grateful for it. So I appreciate it, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Jez, you want to show us what your painting is?
Yeah, brothers.
Cheers, brother.
All right. I don't want to touch it. It means so much.
Yeah, I'll help you a little bit.
This painting, I named it Kangaroo Spirit, and I mentioned the word poppy. It was for a kangaroo that I was nurturing up at Beechworth when I was incarcerated. I got such a bond to it, but a lot of the emotions that went through this painting. So the blue is for my son Jeza, and then the purple was Kira, and then the orange was for Indy. So, and as you can see in the dot works, so they're basically nurturing so the spirit going up to the dream time, and the kangaroo, also known as, well, that's who my son is named after, is Jeza. So a big part of me through this painting, when I did this painting, my partner was she was involved in a hit and run, and I was heartbroken. We weren't knowing if she was going to live or die, you know, and a lot of it I was doing is getting nurtured up to the dream time. It was a very emotional couple of weeks, but I did this painting when I first got, I think it was the first or second day after I got informed that she mightn't be making it, that she was involved in a car accident. So there's a lot of meaningful in this painting, and it healed me, it kept me grounded.
And I think that's what makes paintings powerful, I guess. Like, so we put our all into it sometimes, you know what I mean? And it makes it come out real, and there's so much emotion. Like sometimes you don't want to get rid of them, sometimes you don't want to let it go because it means so much. But then also, I'm not sure if other people do this, but when you write a letter with all your emotions and your feelings at the time, and you get rid of it, it's like you start fresh, you know what I mean? And that's what it is to me when I do a painting anyway. So when I get rid of it and it sells, moves on, it's like, yeah, that part of me is done. Now it's time to move on, you know what I mean? And move forward, like always remember, but move forward, not let nothing hold you back. That's what it means to me anyway. Yeah. I think you've got a beautiful piece here, brother.
Thanks, brother. All right, bros. You want to show us your artwork?
Yeah, sounds good. So this is one of my pieces. It's called Protecting and Teaching, and there was a lot of learning in this painting. So it's one of the first ones I started, but also I wanted to try to challenge myself, but then I had a lot of mentors teaching me how to paint, so I wanted to try to represent everyone else too, you know what I mean? So to me, the snakes represent transitions, what I was going through. So there's always two, so I always see myself as a snake back then, you know what I mean? So, and I always put two because to me it represents change and not going back in the same direction. So here you got different shapes on it. To me, it's from where I used to be to where I want to be. Also the shields, this ain't really from my area where I'm from, you know, so this is for more down here in Gippsland Way, and that's because one of the people that inspired me to first started painting told me a story, and then I wanted to give back to him and protect what he's taught me, so I added them in there. and then try to remember the story as well, as long as with the spirits there was from another person that taught me, and then the symbols was just little bits and pieces where I was trying to find myself and trying to find my culture. And then I'll try to remember everything I can and then put it down on canvas. And that was my thinking of this painting.
Hey bros, this is amazing work and it's about the future, and what are your hopes for the future? What are your dreams?
I guess my dreams and my passion, my drive now and these days are completely different to back when I first started painting. I guess painting and art all together has made me present to myself. I guess now I'm grounded. I want just the best for the community, you know, our community, the Indigenous community. So I want to give back instead of taking all the time. And I drive myself every day to at least do one thing I can to help someone, especially in our community. So that's my drive and hopes for the future, is just to give back as much as possible. Now you put me on the spot.
Yeah.
What's your hope for the future, bros?
My hope for my future is also about giving back to the community, to the youth, inspiring my children that if they really put their mind to it, you know, their dreams and their future there's no limit. You know, I really want my children to be connected to culture a lot. I really want them to become artists, you know. And art is about dreaming, storytelling, culture. It's about so much. You know. Love you, bros.
Love you too, brother.